Hello everyone, I am Kajal and today we are going to discuss the 10th class and we are going to continue with the third chapter, the genetics. Last video we have discussed about the genetics and other things, the monohybrid ratio, how the alleles, how the genes are showing their combination and what is their impact, as well as their genotype and phenotype ratio. In this one again we are going to continue with that and we are going to discuss about the dihybrid ratio. So let us begin with that. Dihybrid ratio, in the last video also I told you that we have to show the F1 generation and F2 generation, and in the dihybrid ratio we are going to discuss the two characters of a same plant. So here we are going to discuss the round wrinkled plant and yellow with the green plant. The type of variations are there in the pea plant. This is all we are going talking, or we are discussing about the pea plant only. So in the pea plant there are the different variations. The round peas means a round shape of the peas are having a dominant character. Yellow colored pods of a pea plant having a dominant character. Again wrinkled and greens, they are having the RR characters, they are having the recessive characters. In the F1 generation, what is happening? These four showing the combination. How these four are showing the combination? Firstly, this round with the yellow, round yellow, okay. Afterward, this round with the green. So round is going to combine with the different character. Round will not combine with the wrinkled. Round is in the comparison of the wrinkled only. So round will combine with the yellow as well as with the green. Next one, wrinkled again will show the combination with the yellow and with the green. So by that way the F1 generation will be complete. So here we got the combined genes of the alleles. So we will show the self pollination again in the F2 generation. Again self pollination, in the self pollination round yellow, round green, here wrinkled yellow and wrinkled green. Round and yellow having dominant character, so we have represented it with the capital R and capital Y. Wrinkled and green having a recessive character, so we have represented it with the small r and small y. Again the combination, so hope you understood about the round yellow, wrinkled green. We are going to discuss about the self pollination. Again here we have made one Punnett scale. In this one again we are going to combine with the rows with the column. First row, first column. So here will be the combination of capital R with the capital Y. Next one, in the next again first row, second column. Here capital R with the capital R, small y with the capital Y. Third column, first row, capital R, small r and capital Y, both capital Y will be there. This combination will take place. I told you that how this combination will take place. This is the combination of the rows with the column only. So don't be confused in this one how we are showing this combination. We are combining the rows with the column. First row, first column, first row, second column, first row, third column, first row, fourth column. If you talk about the second one, in the second row, again second row, first column, second row, second column. Try to make a 7, okay, opposite 7 by this way. So it will be easy for you. Here second row, third column, second row, fourth column. By this way we have made this Punnett scale. So there is the combination takes place. We have made the rows, we have combined the rows with the columns. Afterward we came to know that which kind of phenomena or which kind of genes we have got. We have got the let us discuss firstly with the phenomena. The phenomena is saying that we have got the 9 round and yellow seeds. Round, proper round and yellow seeds. Okay, and from these 16, because this is the matrix of the 4 by 4, so total 16 are there. So round and green only 3 are there. Wrinkled yellow again 3, and if we talk about wrinkled green, that is only 1. This is showing the full recessive character. So this is the wrinkled green one. Okay, next if we talk about this one, no doubt this is having a recessive character of which thing, of the round. That means it will show the wrinkled seed. And if we talk about this one, this is having one dominant and one recessive character. That means it will show the yellow color of the wrinkled seed. Like this way we are comparing. In the last video also I have told you the character, how they are getting the character. If they are having the both dominant alleles, as well as if they are having one dominant allele and one recessive allele, then also they will be tall as well as they will be round. But if they are having both recessive character, then their character will be suppressed and they will not show any kind of a dominant character, and they will be wrinkled or as well as yellow too. So wrinkled or yellow or green too. I'm sorry about that. So if we talk about the phenomena, they are showing from this one, 9 are round and yellow, 3 are round and green, 3 wrinkled yellow, and only 1 is the wrinkled green. So by that way we have found the phenotype ratio, the phenomena they are showing, as well as if we talk about the type of genes they are having. See that this table, see this chart, all are having different kind of genes in that. So it is very complex for us to find out the genotype ratio for it. So it is very complex, as well as we are not solving in this term, or you can say that in your syllabus only phenotype ratio is there. We are not finding the phenotype we are not finding the genotype ratio in this one. So you will discuss about it in your higher classes. So this was your dihybrid ratio. Hope you understood. Next we are going to discuss about the Mendel's law of inheritance. Mendel has given the 3 laws of inheritance. First is known as the law of dominance, second one is known as law of segregation, and third one is law of independent assortment. So let us discuss about that. Mendel's law of inheritance. First is law of dominance. Second one, law of segregation, and third is law of independent assortment. Now what is the difference between these 3? Law of dominance. Dominance means the character expressed character. The genes, if they are having the dominance alleles, means they are having capital R character as well as one capital and one R alleles in their genes, then definitely that character will be expressed. If they are rollers, if they are having these kind of alleles in their genes, then definitely they will be roller. So that is known as the law of dominance, the expressive character. Okay, the offsprings are able to show the expressive character if they are having a dominant genes in their dominant alleles in their genes. Second one is known as a law of segregation. It is also known as a law of purity. Why it is known as the purity? Because they after the combination, the gametes, in the formation of gametes, the chromosomes are separated from each other. Okay, that chromosomes are combining with their own wish, as I have given you the example that XX combination and XY combination, that is merely a chance. So they are showing their purity in that combination, in the formation of gametes. So that is known as law of segregation. Third is law of independent assortment. Now law of independent assortment is telling that they are showing their independent character. There shouldn't be any kind of interference in their character. If they are having dominant alleles, definitely they will show their character, and if they are having recessive, then also they will show their character according to that. Means that character will not be expressed to the others. So they are showing their character according to the type of genes. So that is the independent assortment. Here is the segregation, law of purity too, and this is the law of dominance. So these 3 laws the Mendel has given after that experiments of the pea. Next we are going to discuss about the mutation. Now mutation is a kind of change, sudden change in the genes that is responsible for several kind of actions in the human beings, in the offsprings, and it is responsible for several kind of disorders also in the offsprings. Few disorders we have already discussed. I had shown you the Punnett scale on the color blindness, that which offspring will show the color blindness and how they are showing so. So this is happening due to the mutation too, means a sudden change that is happening in the genes. So Due to the mutation also several kind of other disorders are also taken place in the human beings, in the offsprings. Few examples are there: sickle cell anemia, radioactive radiations too. If we talk about the radioactive disorder, radioactive radiations. In the World War II that happened in the 1945, you have read in the history too, in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki they had used the radioactive bombs, and the impact of that radioactive radiations are still there. The offsprings that are taking birth there, their body is not properly developed, they are not getting the growth, as well as they are showing the different characters. The variation is there in their growth and other things, they are not able to show their characters properly. So that is the still impact on their heredity in their genes too of that radiation. So that is the impact. Next thing, sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia is also a kind of disorder that is happening in the RBCs of a person. RBCs are having, in this disorder, the shape of the RBCs is totally like a crystal moon, that is distorting, and due to that way the person are not able to, the blood of a person is not able to form the clots properly, as well as if the bleeding is there, there will be more bleeding as compared to the normal person in the sickle cell anemia, and these genes they are also getting from their parents. So this was my whole chapter. Hope you understood. Thank you very much.